right, Coach. Thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Toronto Huskies. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Toronto Huskies. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. On first down, it's Evans. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Next to receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
Check 26, check 26. Slap.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll run on first down. Evans. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
First down, Jaguars.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
The 37-yard line.
Let's go. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Switch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Third down.
Ready. Check line 54. Line 52. Check over. Put it through. Check left.
Young on 3rd down. And he's got his target. That's Moore. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On the carry, it's Ferguson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Now a give right side. It's Evans, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set, ready? 70, Indy. Double time. 3 down. Get up.
Now a handoff looking right. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You draw forfeit. Hey. Hit it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Young working out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On first down, it's Evans. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Set, ready.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's Evans. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, Evans. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check 13. Check 13. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Mike 4. Dude, he's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash. Crash. Tight dog. Tight dog. Tight dog. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. What about?
They run the counter. It's Evans. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Jaguars 10, Huskies nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get... And he cannot get away, and Young will go down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Move. 4 down. 4 down. Alert. He's coming. Double up. Ready.
Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, Young. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Jaguars take over
Let's go,
first
baby.
and
Let's
10
go.
at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Shoot. Slam. Joker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Right there, 54, right there.
From the shotgun, it's Young. And that is incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 27. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Let's go. 30 base.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Young is set to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 11 yards there. First down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. It's Young off play action. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Off the play fake, Young. It's complete to Hopkins. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 32 that time. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it first and goal to go. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Ricky. You go tight. You got tight. X3. 218. Chopper. 5.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point attempt to follow here. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Throwing on second down. Young. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. That late running the clock second quarter. Why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Ready? Following the interception, Young. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Young. He finds Hopkins complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Check it out, read.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, zoom.
Mike 96, Mike 96. I got one.
Now Young. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And the 10-year bet knocks it through the goalpost. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the safety creep.
Here's Young from the shotgun. And he will find his man on the outside. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Young. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A big play there. 58 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Evans. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Set up, 30 base.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hit it.
And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long...
Young. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Let's go now. 10 logo.
Use the mic. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Slam, slam.
5.
On 3rd down, Young. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Young to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
Down.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Go.
No, check that. Let's go.
Now they try the right side here. Muscle, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Check. Lucky.
From the 41, Young. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. Over the middle, complete. It's Fleming. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Evans. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 24.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, He might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce.
That?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just check it.
Young to throw on fourth. And he's got his man on the out route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And they give this time to the tailback. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
They'll take over 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? or they're going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction.
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
70, Indy. Switch it. Switch 61. Matchbox lights. Two.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun, it's Young. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready?
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Go.
Switch. 24 is the mic. Watch QB. Hit it.
Now they try the right side here.
Go. It's run.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Double time. Everyone, you got 4 down. Kill.
Deep grip.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Get him, boy.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game.
I know you felt that one.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And to give this time to the tailback. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. They'll run on first down. Evans. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. One last shot for Young. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 22. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Toronto Huskies. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Silver.
Clock now on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
Check. Watch the door.
Let go.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw it is Locke. He'll buy some time right. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Gurley. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They run. It's Gurley. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Gurley. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, it's Stevens. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Let it 30 base.
In your face. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Check up.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
General West. Shoot.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now the throw left sideline here is complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That's another Toronto first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Come on, set.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. On first down, it's Evans. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Rams' 31-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Rams 7, Huskies nothing.
On the double.
Mike 41. It's a party now.
Deep dribble. Deep dribble.
To throw on 2nd down. Casey looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schwartz. And all the way in for the touchdown. In for the score. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line.
We got
The Rams
this.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Down.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Set. 8, read.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take what's good.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now Gurley. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Rams on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 7. They look to throw. It's Locke.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side. It's Evans. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Single, that's single to slot, Check 3.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Casey, he'll rifle this one deep. And this is caught. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Watch the screen. 552.
Get it.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
I'm going back to you.
Ready?
Operating from the gun, Casey. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Let him know.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Breida. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
We play to win. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They run with Breida, and he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
All day, defense, all day.
This is Breida. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, you put those big cans down on the sideline and angle for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Again they run with Gurley. And they'll get him down up past the 15. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Throwing now is Locke. They'll roll him out right. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Here's Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now it's Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Evans. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Okay, ready?
59. Mike's 59.
Hey, 22 Jet Bomber. Please grip.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Huskies 17, Rams 7.
Ready. Say 8, read.
Ready?
Hey, orbit. Get it.
Off the play fake. Casey. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 37. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Five.
On first down, Casey. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers.
And it's caught. Touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On first and 10, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack. Locke. And he's going to go down again. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
Hey, Sam off.
Locke gonna go on fourth down. And this is incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Watch the screen.
On first down, it's Evans. And he coughed it up. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
54.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Rams on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Look at me. Go. Get it.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. And an alley to run. 20. Touchdown, LA. In for the score. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Point after here coming up. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
4 yards the pickup, first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10. That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Block now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And a big 32-yard play on third. So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing on first down is Locke. He's going to let it fly. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Toronto, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.